The reason why it's so important to let go of the past version of you is because he or she doesn't even exist. And I know that this is something that can be difficult for us to wrap our head around. And you may be saying, Kailyn, you sound crazy. You sound woo-woo. Of course, the past version of me exists. But when we look at spirituality and we look at the idea of time is actually an illusion. It is something that we have created. And because of time, we go back in our mind and we can access past memories. But the question becomes, do these past memories really exist? Is it something that I can feel, hear, touch, smell now? No. Yet many of us are so unwilling to let go of this past version of self. And more importantly, what we do is we take this past version of self and we bring it into the present moment through our mind. Because I can visualize, that is a form of visualization, is going back into a past memory. And I can visualize or remember who I was yesterday and allow that to dictate my behavior, my actions, and my thoughts. But that is a choice. Because when we become conscious beings, we realize that every morning that we wake up, every second that we breathe, we have an opportunity to choose who we want to become. So yes, we can hold on to the version of the past. That is one option. But we can also, through intention, create a new version of self and become her or become him. Because I can promise you one thing. If you remain the same, your life will not change. Joe Dispenza says this so perfectly in his book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And he's saying that if we want to essentially have a quantum leap, we want to experience a different reality, we want to drastically change our life, we have to fundamentally change as people. We have to fully release the old version of self, because it's the old version of self that created the reality that we're experiencing today. If we like it, then let's continue to be it. But if we don't like it, we have to get really clear on who do I need to become in order to align with the type of life that I want. And in order for us to create something new, we cannot have split energy. And split energy means that I'm focused here and I'm focused here. So that means that we have to be willing to cut ties with something, and we have to cut ties with that past version of self. And so there's a grieving process of that. But often, if we're honest with ourselves, the version of who we are that we've been inhabiting has been created for survival, right? Many of us, we create a personality construct in childhood that allowed us to survive. And these survival mechanisms, while they worked in the past, they do not work in our adult life. And this is why many people have problems in their relationships, have problems in their friendship, have problems in their financial world, have problems in their career, have problems in their health, because we're stuck in survival. We are stuck in this past version of ourselves that is limiting, that is negative, and that doesn't allow us to tap into our full potential. So then the question becomes, how do I let go of this past version of self? Which is actually quite simple, but not always easy to apply. But if we want to create more of something in our physical reality, we know that we have to give our attention to it. So if I want to eliminate something from my reality, I have to then take my attention away from it. And this is how you let go of your old identity, little by little, little by little. Every day you're going to wake up and you're going to notice that your mind and your body wants to go back into the past. It's habit. So what you do is you create new habits. And every time you want to go into those old habits, you disengage and you move towards the new habit. This could be habits related to thinking, feeling, and doing. It takes time. It takes practice. But little by little, as you take your attention away from that past version of self, which often it's an accumulation of really negative past memories that are a representation of core negative beliefs that we have. And so we identify so much with these past experiences that we take them into the present and we recreate these negative experiences over and over and over again. And we actually do have the ability to break this cycle. But in order to break this cycle, we have to change who we are. In order to change who we are, we have to let go of who we know ourselves to be. So remember this, if you are struggling with yourself at this moment in time, understand that the past version of you that maybe you don't like or maybe that you're frustrated with doesn't actually exist. It only exists because you keep giving your attention to it in your mind. Therefore, you keep it in your consciousness. And whatever is in our consciousness is going to be projected out. Many of you who feel that you are so stuck in your reality, in your current experience, in your job, in your relationship, in your suffering, you're truly not as stuck as you think you are. The problem is that you're clinging on to some past version of you that is long gone. And you have to decide who you want to be, how you want to feel, what you want to create, and let him or her go and start moving towards that future. So I hope that this video today was helpful for you guys. If it was, be sure to give me a thumbs up, go down below, subscribe, hit the bell to get my notifications. If you guys are interested in working with me one-on-one, I do have a 3-week and a 6-week coaching program. Now, I just want to quickly say that if you're new to coaching, you may want to try out 3 weeks to see how you feel. If you are someone who is really ready to commit to doing the work, I recommend the 6-week program because we're really going to dive deep into overcoming this personal identity that you have and reprogramming through subconscious mind work a new identity, again, that is going to put you in the direction of what it is that you want. Because many of you, I know, feel very stuck, but again, you're not as stuck as you think you are. With a little bit of tweaking and a little bit of intention, we can actually get you those results. So the information for that is down below in the description box. But I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Take care.